In today's episode of Tales on a Rainy Day is The Bell That Set Her Free. Have you ever lost something you thought you couldn't live without? A job, a relationship, a dream, a place that felt like home. And in that moment, it felt like life had betrayed you. But what if the thing that broke your heart was actually setting you free? This is the story of a little sparrow who learned that sometimes loss is not the end. Sometimes it's the beginning of something greater. High in the mountains stood an ancient temple. Its stone walls were covered with moss. Its courtyard was quiet, and at the center hung a giant bronze bell. For years, nobody had touched it. Dust covered its surface. The wind passed it by. Birds ignored it. It seemed forgotten. But one small sparrow saw something different. Inside the hollow space of the bell was shelter. It was cool during hot afternoons, safe during storms, protected from predators. To the sparrow, it seemed perfect. So she got to work. Day after day, she carried tiny twigs in her beak. She gathered feathers, soft leaves, bits of grass. Piece by piece, she built her home, and when it was finally finished, she sat proudly inside. This is my place, she thought, my safe place. Nothing can take this away from me. The days became peaceful. She sang every morning, rested every afternoon, and fell asleep each night believing life would always stay the same. But life rarely asks for permission before it changes. One morning, something unusual happened. Footsteps echoed through the temple courtyard. Monks gathered around the old bell. They looked at it carefully. After many years of silence, they had made a decision. It was time for the bell to ring again. The sparrow knew nothing about it. She sat comfortably inside her nest, calm, safe, certain. Then suddenly, boom! The bell thundered across the mountains. The metal shook violently. The nest trembled. Twigs snapped apart. Feathers exploded into the air. Within seconds, everything she had built was gone. Terrified, the sparrow flew out. Her heart raced. She circled above the courtyard, looking down at the ruins of her home. She couldn't understand it. Why? Why did this happen? What did I do wrong? Why would life take away the one place I felt safe? Broken-hearted, the sparrow left the temple. For days, she wandered. She searched the forests, the valleys, the hills, but nowhere felt right. Every branch reminded her of what she had lost. Every sunset felt colder. Every morning felt heavier. She grew tired, hungry, discouraged. At times, she wanted to stop searching altogether. Maybe there was no better place. Maybe the bell had taken everything. But deep inside, a small voice whispered, "Keep flying, keep going. Your story isn't over." So she listened, and she kept moving. One day, then another, then another. One afternoon, she heard something unfamiliar, the sound of running water. Curious, she followed it, through trees, across rocks, beyond a part of the forest she had never seen before. And then, she stopped. Before her was a hidden paradise. A sparkling stream flowed through the valley. Berry trees bent under the weight of ripe fruit. The air smelled fresh and sweet. Strong branches stretched in every direction. Safe, beautiful, abundant. Everything she had needed was here. Everything she had never known existed. For a moment, she simply stared, unable to believe her eyes. Then slowly, hope returned. She began building again, twig by twig, branch by branch. This time she chose stronger materials. This time she built with greater wisdom. And when the nest was finished, it was larger, stronger, safer, and more beautiful than the one she had lost. As she sat in her new home, watching sunlight dance across the stream, a realization filled her heart. If the bell had never rung, I would still be trapped inside that small hollow. I would never have found this place. The thing she thought had destroyed her life had actually redirected it. And isn't that how life often works? We build our nests, our plans, our comfort zones, our relationships, our routines, and we convince ourselves that this is where our story ends. Then one day, life rings the bell, a door closes, a job disappears, a relationship ends. A dream falls apart, and in our pain we ask, why me? But what if the question should be, where is this leading me? Because sometimes the loss you cry about today is the reason you'll smile tomorrow. Sometimes what feels like rejection is actually redirection. Sometimes what feels like the end is only the beginning of a chapter far greater than the one you planned. The sparrow thought the bell ruined her life, but the bell didn't destroy her future. It revealed it. So if life is shaking your world right now, don't give up. Don't stop flying. Don't stop believing. Keep moving. Keep building. Because your next chapter may be waiting just beyond the place where everything fell apart. And one day, you'll look back and realize the bell that broke your nest was the same bell that set you free. If this story touched your heart, subscribe to Tales on a Rainy Day, where every story carries a lesson worth remembering long after the rain has stopped.